I've talked a lot about mediation, and others in our firm have talked about it a lot in other videos, so I would encourage you to go look at those if you want more detail on mediation, which is a structured negotiation between your lawyer, the insurance company, and their representative, and a neutral mediator. Now, why do we go through mediation? It's been a successful tool. When I first started practicing law, it was in its infancy. And I remember getting the first letter I ever got inviting me and my client to a mediation. It was like, what is this? And let's give it a try. And it's become sort of the gold standard, certainly in Ontario and many other provinces in Canada, to trying to get your case resolved. It's a without prejudice, which means what you discuss there stays there. And if you don't settle the case, they can't be referred to what the discussions were at mediation. In essence, you're going to the settlement meeting with a facilitator or a referee trying to get the parties to find common ground to getting to a negotiated compromise or a settlement. It is a compromise. Most people, you're not usually going to get 100% of everything you're hoping to get. That's what court is for. The problem with going to court, though, is that it is frequently an all or nothing proposition. You're either going to win or you're going to lose. If you lose, you get nothing. If you win, you will get what you're entitled to, hopefully, and have a continuing relationship with the insurance company, which most of our clients aren't that happy about having. So a mediation is the best alternative to going to court to try and find some middle ground to get your case resolved in a fair and equitable way. It can take place in a number of different junctures in your case. It can be done fairly early on after the lawsuit has started. It can be done after various steps in the litigation. Some independent medical assessments are conducted, or it can be done on the eve of a trial. So there's very many different opportunities to do it. When it should take place is when there's a sufficient time and effort has been put into the case to gather the information that's necessary for everyone to make an informed decision about what the case is about. Going to a mediation without proper preparation or without the records and evidence that the insurance company needs to be aware of and review to be able to make an informed decision or to get the authority to put enough money on the table. So we don't want to rush to mediation, but we do know that people are without funds and need to get there as soon as practically and reasonably possible to have a productive mediation session. It's disheartening, obviously, to go to a mediation and have the insurance company offer nothing or very little and show no flexibility, which can happen even with the best preparation. But we have a good track record of being able to settle most cases at mediation. Clients need to do to prepare for mediation is to, communicate with their lawyer about what is needed in their particular case. If there's information that's lacking that you have access to that no one else does, help your lawyer in getting that information, because that can make the difference in a case. Obviously, continue with your medical treatment. Make sure that you are getting the treatment you need, consulting with your doctors, because it's important to show ongoing treatment and that you're doing everything you can to get better. And despite doing that, you're still having difficulty getting back to work. And also come prepared with an open mind and not preset expectations about what you may want. Obviously, your lawyer needs to know what your objectives are, but sometimes your objectives may be unrealistic, and it's important to listen to your lawyer and have confidence in your lawyer. If you don't have confidence in your lawyer, then maybe you're not being represented by the correct lawyer. I mean, it's a trusting relationship, and you have to have faith and trust in the lawyer that you hired to represent you. Asking artificial intelligence what your case is worth, some people these days probably think doing that is the best solution. They're going to know more than your lawyer, but what artificial intelligence still lacks is the experience in dealing with cases through negotiation. So, and other friends and family may have ideas about what your case is worth. So take seriously what the advice is you're getting from your lawyer, and ask questions. If you're uncertain about things that are being said, make sure you ask questions so you can feel as comfortable as you can going into the mediation process.